Hi guys, welcome. How are you? How are you doing? Tell me all about it. Today we're going to be doing this look, bit of a grungy green look, and it's going to be using the Carnival of Tahiti. You've all seen it before, but I'll show you anyway. She's gorgeous, she's got the best greens, and let's get into it. So I'm going to start out by using my Revlon Candid just to prime my eyes, because that's what I always use and I just find it works the best for me. And I'm going to just blend it out with this Real Techniques brush. I have tried the MAC paint pot in soft ochre and I found it very drying on me. I obviously don't have oily eyelids. They're actually quite dry, so I find that this works the best. Colour blends nicely on it. I mean, it still looks a little dry, but it's not as bad as when I use the MAC paint pot. So I'm thinking we're just going to go for something a bit grungy, greeny. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to be using the Stacey Marie Be Perfect Carnival 3 Love Tahiti. And I'm just going to start out mapping my shape with my Morphe unnamed brush that is from a set. Sorry about that. It's just a flat brush just so I can get my shape. So I think I'm going to start out with Forest, which is the deepest green. And then I think I'll blend that out with my Morphe Jeffree Star JS12 and I'm going to go into the shade Khaki. These greens in this palette are just to die for. Then I'm going to take my JS13 and go into the shade Clay. And then I will take my Spectrum B06, which has got nothing on it. And then I'm just going to go back through the colours, starting out with Forest again. And then I'm going to go and cut my crease with my Revolution cut crease canvas in white. And I will use my P. Louise 7072 brush to do that. And I'm just going to tap over the edges just to make it a bit easier when it comes to blend and the line's not as harsh. Now what should we put on top of this cut crease? I'm going to take my Spectrum A16 and I'm going to go into the shade Bamboo. These greens in this palette are just gorgeous. I want to kind of stick with the green theme. Just keep it nice and green and grungy. That shade is lovely. I think the greens are definitely my favourite in the Love Tahiti. They're just something else. Then just going into my colour switch, and then I'll go into clay again. And then I'll go into Forest, which was the darkest green from the beginning. Now these are just pretty straight lines at the minute, so I'm going to need to blend all of this out. So I'm going to take my Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 and just tap. And I'll introduce a bit of the shade Tropics in between these two colours. And then a little bit of Bamboo just to blend this a bit. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm feeling like we need something shimmery. And obviously the green shimmer that's in here is the Tahiti green, which is, I mean, wow. So I'm not going to go crazy with this, I'm just going to go in with my finger and just tap it over a little bit, just to add a bit of something. And then I think I'm going to go around the cut crease with some form of glitter. So around the cut crease I'm going to go in with the collection Glam Crystals. It's the silver one. Actually, no, I'm not. I tell a lie. I'm going to go in with the LA Splash Cosmetics in the shade Rosaline, or Rosaline. Oh, this brush has got a few little strands stuck off it, how annoying. Stop. I always end up making my line too thick, so just hold your breath for me, okay? Okay, it's pretty subtle. I'd prefer subtle than a really big thick line, so I'm gonna leave it there. And then I'm gonna go in with my Barry M eyeliner in Strobe Light, the high vis, the green, just to go into my waterline. And then we will do the underneath, so I'm going to prime again with the Revlon Candid, so we can do the underneath. So I will go in with my Spectrum A13, and I'm just going to take the shade Forest and just start to carry on underneath here. So it follows on nicely, and then we'll go into Khaki. And then finally, Bamboo. I'm just gonna take my JS12 with a little bit of bamboo on it, not actual, you know, bamboo, and blend this out. So I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm going to go off and do the other eye, and then I'll come back and we'll do my base together. So I'm back, I've finished off the other eye, and I just added a little bit of black eyeliner so it's easier when I come to stick on my eyelashes. So firstly I'm going to moisturise my face with the Pro Intense Hyaluronic Acid Illuminating Day Cream by Avant, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I got this in a glossy box. They are ridiculously expensive. If you've ever looked up the price, they're about £100. Obviously I'm not going to pay £100 for this, so yeah, I'm using it because I got it in my glossy box. I mean, they're really good. I don't begrudge them that, they are very good. It's just, who's got £100 to spend on a moisturiser that's 50ml? Not me. Not me. I'm definitely very happy when I see them in my glossy boxes though. So I'm going to go in with the foundation. It's one of my favourite foundations and it's super cheap. It is the Revolution Conceal and Glow, and I use shade F6. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favourites, especially for drugstore. I mean, look at how glowy it is. It is lovely, and I have very dry skin, So that's probably why I get on with it quite well. I mean, I'm not too sure how you'd feel or how it would last if you had oily skin. But yeah, mine is super, super dry, so I do like a hydrating foundation. Then, for cream contour, I use Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade 13.5. And let's not go overboard when we use this. Just a little bit. Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. What is everyone up to on these long dark nights? Still technically in lockdown, so still finding ways to occupy oneself. I really like the new Assassin's Creed that's come out, Valhalla. So me and my husband like to play on that on a night. Obviously Netflix. Just finished watching all of Breaking Bad. Loved that. Can't believe it's over. Looking forward to the new Stranger Things. Whenever that does come out. Obviously they had to stop filming because of COVID. And obviously Peaky Blinders, like, that is my all-time favourite. But if you've got any recommendations while I'm waiting for the new series to come out of the ones that I've been watching. Okay. Then I'm going to go in with my Jeffree Star concealer, and I use shade C4. And just I just use my sponge. I'm not a professional, by the way, I don't claim to be. I just like to play with makeup, have some fun. I like to watch other people's videos, see what they've got, see how they put their makeup on, if they've got any tips, if they do it differently, if there's any bargains that I need in my life. I may have gone a bit overboard with the concealer, but it's fine. It's all fine. I know you won't judge me. Now, I do have dry skin, so I don't really like to powder. However, I also have very creasy under eyes, wrinkles, all of that jazz, so I have to do something. So I like to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I use Fair Pale. And just like to dot a bit under the eye area, just so we're not crease city by dinner time. I do not bake. If I baked, I would look like a very old lady. And then very lightly just set the rest of my face. I don't like to use a lot at all, but I don't want things to be settling in my lines. I mean, they still do, but it's slightly better when I've powdered a little. She says, still patting her face. Stop. And then I'm going to bronze with the Wet n Wild Colour Icon Bronzer. Does this have a specific shade? Sunset Striptease. I was looking straight at it. Just do a little bit of bronze in here, a little bit of bronze in there. It's winter, we need a little bit of bronzing in our lives. When is the next time we're going to go on holiday? And there are too many nice things to buy at the moment. All these Black Friday sales with amazing makeup. I'm so tempted by the sale that Spectrum Brushes has on. Beauty Bay have got 1,000,001 sales on, and such good prices, amazing prices. And I have to not look. Don't do it. Does anybody else just add things to their cart, look at what the total is of how much it is of the stuff that they want and think, nah. The amount of time I've wasted filling a cart that is never going to be checked out with. So the Milani Luminoso blush is my absolute favourite. Peachy blushes are just the best. So let's stick some on. I think peach goes a lot better with green as well. Has anybody got any fantastic Black Friday bargains? Let me know. Are we going a bit blush heavy? Yes. Yes, we are. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. And then I'm just going to spray my face with the Skindinavia Makeup Finishing Spray. I'm not even spraying that on my face. I don't know where that's going. There we go. Here's my little handy fan. And for highlight, I think we will use the Jaclyn Hill highlighter. It's the lightest one. Sorry if I'm blinding you. And I think I'm going to use the shade Gleam. Why not? Got this when it was on offer. I didn't pay full price for this because it's crazy. Nice. Very, very nice. If you don't stop and admire your highlight whilst you're putting it on, it's not a good highlight. And then I just want a smaller brush when I can find one. Where's my brush? What I use? Oh, I'll use you. Okay, we've got the Spectrum A15 and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my brow bone. And then use my JS13 to put a little bit in my inner corner. Very nice. So, mascara. I like to put my mascara on when I find the right drawer before my lashes. And I'm using the Bad Girl Bang by Benefit. And I always do my bottom lashes first, so it doesn't get messy if I've done my top lashes first, and then I'm obviously putting them underneath my eyebrow. I do love this mascara, but I do find it transfers a little. Fab! Now I'm just going to jump off to put my lashes on because I don't know how long it's going to take me, to be quite honest with you. So I'm back and I've done my lashes and my lips. My lips are just, the lip liner is Russet by Barry M. And the lipstick is NYX A La Mode. So I'm pretty pleased with how the look came out. It's just a nice grungy green look. So thank you for being with me again. Thank you for watching. If you could like, comment, subscribe, that would mean the world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.